started, I'm just gonna go over really quick over our wellness options that you guys can get throughout the year. I will ask questions at the end of mine, so you guys can get one of these cool little free Bluetooth speakers. So, preventative health screenings. We do give reimbursement up to $250. Please take advantage of that. Even your spouse can do that. Gym memberships get reimbursed. Any preventative, health preventative get reimbursed. Massages get reimbursed. If you do foot zoning, those get reimbursed also. Just bring me your receipts and we'll get those back on your check. All health preventative screenings are worth 1 point. Those are physician wellness screenings, pap tests, mammograms, colonoscopies, annual flu shots, shingles, vaccination, dental exams, skin care, screening, and eye appointments. Dentals do not get reimbursed. Health management, you get 1 point for those. That would be if you have a significant other that is pregnant or you are pregnant for prenatal care, you get 1 point for those. Coaching, Blancos Health, the EAP program, you get 1 point for using that too. Wellness challenges, I send them out monthly. So anything from 4 to 6 weeks is 1 point. Anything above 6 weeks is 2 points. If you're doing My Wellness challenges, those also count. So if you rather do the My Wellness challenges and you get $150 for doing that, I will take credit for those too. Seminars, you guys get 1 point for being here today, half a point for recording. Weight management, if you lose 10 pounds, every 10 pounds you lose, you get 2 points. Nutrition options, if you guys keep a journal of what you're eating every month, that's 1 point. Exercise options, it can be up to 2 points. That would be anything as to if you're doing yard work, if you are going out on exercising, 30 minutes, 3 times a week. Hiking challenges, a lot of you go hunting, so this is a perfect time to use the hiking challenge. You can do those twice per year. Those are worth 2 points each. Races and events, you also get points and get reimbursed for all of those. Community events would be like attending our county summer party. You get points for doing those. And health-related reading, which would be our wellness library that we just incorporated last year. Every 5 hours that you read, you get 1 wellness point. You would need to send me the book name and the author, and then how long it took you to read the book. So you can get points for that. Any questions?
Audio counts, right?
Huh?
If we get like an audio book, that counts, right?
Yes, that does count.
It has to be a specific book, right?
She counts that.
It can be articles, book, newsletter, our county newsletter, or from our book, but technically, yes, it can be anything.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so how many points do you guys get for being here today?
You can't just
One
watch.
point.
You can't just watch.
Huh?
One point.
What was the question?
I missed the question. I was answering his question, so I missed the question.
Oh,
She
shoot.
can't blame me.
Oh, shoot.
Okay,
You did it. You got the spy advice.
so,
Device. Fight, spy advice.
how many hours do you have to read to get a point?
Right.
See?
Can't blame me on that one. Where were you there?
Go spy and record it.
I'm just kidding.
What is counted as a preventative health exam?
Pap smear.
You're right.
I wonder if that's the go-to answer.
You ain't lying.
What? She was the first one she said.
Wow. You ought to play Family Feud or something.
You didn't ask to name one, you said she should have to name all of them.
County Family Feud.
We did in our office.
How much do you get reimbursed? 250 county.
$250. Do you want to borrow my speaker, Cody?
No.
Okay, so now we have Megan and Kip with Freshville. They are going to present their Freshville and go over their style.
I'm excited to be back, and I interned here last year, I think. No, maybe I'm familiar, maybe I'm not, but I'm excited. And I had the opportunity to work for this company called Freshville, and so now we're able to offer it to you as a benefit, and it basically helps you get dinner on the table faster, easier, healthy meals. It's amazing, and especially since we're all so busy and it's hard to think about what's for dinner and whatnot. So I'm gonna turn the time over to Kip to kind of explain how it works, and I'll pass out these flyers to help you understand it.
Great, thanks, Megan. Let me get this situated just a little bit. Like Megan had mentioned, we appreciate the opportunity to be here. Maybe not by raise of hands, but how many of you have had the challenge or have the challenge of you get to 4 o'clock and it's like, what are we going to have for dinner tonight? And your wife calls, or you call your wife, husband, whatever, and you start brainstorming, you start thinking through as far as what's in the refrigerator and what do I have ingredients for, and is it going to be healthy, and is it going to fill up the kids because I don't want to mess around at 8 o'clock trying to find some sort of a snack. Hopefully, Freshville becomes part of the solution as far as in taking care of that. What we did is we ran a company called Delicious Family Dinners, actually out of Brigham City here. It was like, how many have heard of Blue Apron or HelloFresh? So we were very similar to that in that we shipped all of the ingredients that you needed for up to 3 meal plans each week, and it landed on your porch. So we were doing that. It was successful. We were, like I'd mentioned, along the Wasatch Front. We did ship some out of the States, or out of Utah to the western United States. It was all focused on family-friendly meals and helping to be able to prep those and put those meal plans together. Then back in 2017, 2 things happened. One, Blue Apron went public. Not that really makes a big difference, but Amazon actually purchased Whole Foods. When that happened, there was a disruption in the grocery market industry, in that Walmart led the way and Kroger wasn't too far behind them, was coming up with online grocery pickups. How many of you, does anybody have an online grocery account that they use Walmart or Smith's? Great, perfect. So for those that aren't familiar with an online grocery account, what happened is Walmart, in an effort to compete with what Amazon was trying to do with Whole Foods, Walmart decided, well, we're going to provide the service of actually doing the shopping for our customers. And then Kroger followed shortly thereafter, and they began. You jumped on your app and listed the items that you wanted: milk, cheese, proteins, etc., meat, pork, and you'd specify that, and then you'd select your pickup. You select your pickup time, and then they'd go and do the shopping, and then they bring it out to your cart. Do you love online grocery pickup? It's really a game changer. My wife actually went to the store last night, and she came home and she said, "I'm never missing my grocery pickup again." It's really convenient. It's a really cool thing. So we saw what was happening. If you do HelloFresh or Blue Apron, where it comes right to your doorstep, every one of them, and us included at the time, are between $9 and $12 per adult serving. If you walk into Smith's right here, they have Home Chef that you can buy from them instead of it coming to your porch. It's going to be about the same. It's going to be $8, $9 per adult serving. So we looked at what was happening, and we thought, well, maybe we can use online grocery pickup in conjunction with our meals that we were sending out with Delicious, and make it so that you get a much better bang for your buck. So we started testing that concept, and eventually ended up developing what is called Freshville. So Freshville, just from an explanation standpoint, Freshville is app-based. What we do is we send 3 meal plans each week to what's called your cart screen. So you'll see that little highlighted little cart right here up there. That's referred to as your cart screen. Before we start sending you meal plans to your cart screen, we need to learn what kind of meals that you like. So through the sign-up process, our app becomes a little smarter as far as in terms of what the type of meals that you like. For example, would you prefer low carb or diabetic friendly or gluten-free or dairy-free? Are there 2, 4, or 6 adults in your household? Do you like to prepare basic meals, 20 minutes? What we call quick meals at 30 minutes, or are you okay with simple gourmet where there's a little more chopping and you're in the ballpark of 40 minutes? Once we learn that, then we send 3 meal plans, like I'd mentioned, to your app screen, to your cart screen each week. You've got the opportunity as far as to, if you like those meal plans, for example, roasted chicken pasta salad with sliced cantaloupe, you can click on the picture, and then it's going to open up the actual detail of that meal plan. You can go down and see, for example, this has 598 calories. The prep time is 10 minutes and the cook time is 10 minutes. It makes 4 servings. The diet type is no preference, meaning that it's not gluten-free, dairy-free, etc. And the meal type is basic, meaning that it's going to be our most basic category, about 20 minutes actually to prepare. After that, you can look and see, for example, you can watch a little video, and I'm just going to play this. I don't know if there will be sound, but you can watch a little So each of the meal plans is going to have its own video that you can watch. Once you, if you choose to watch the video or not, then you can just follow the simple 8 steps as far as to put that meal plan together. We have found that through this process that it actually provides an opportunity for more to become engaged with the meal plan process or the cooking, the dinner process. We've got husbands that weren't cooking before that are cooking, children, youth that are jumping in and actually doing some of the prep and some of the cooking as well. So it does help more people to actually become engaged with it. But let's say, for example, if you weren't crazy about the roasted chicken pasta salad, all you have to do is the little swap arrows that you see there. If you click on those, it's going to open up your meal plan library, and then you can swap to any of our other meal plans that are listed there as well. So let's say, for example, instead of that roasted chicken salad, we're going to go with pork cutlets with a Dijon sauce. So we just swap it out. Now you can see that now our 3 meal plans, instead of that roasted pasta salad, chicken pasta salad, it's now pork cutlets with Dijon herb sauce and red potatoes, beef meatballs and gravy over potatoes with pears, and then we've got sweet and sour pork with pot fried rice, cauliflower. Once you have the meals that you want on your screen, then you just simply push that send ingredients to the online grocer button. Then what we do is, I'll just push it. Then what happens is all of the ingredients that you need for those 3 meal plans are then sent to your preferred online grocer. Whether here in town it's either Smith's or Walmart or Kent's, and it will then take all of the ingredients and push them into your online shopping cart. So you don't necessarily have to pick those out. It's not necessarily building a list. It's even more advanced than that. It's pushing it actually into your cart for you. So now you can see here it says, great, your personal shopper will start sending the ingredients to your online shopping cart. Then what you want to do is you want to go to, I'll just show you on mine, You jump into your app. I'll just pull up the Walmart grocery app, and inside are going to be is where your ingredients are going to be. So you're not going to find your ingredients necessarily on your FreshFill app. Instead, it's going to push them into your preferred online grocer to then, for you to then look at and say, well, FreshFill added soy sauce, but I don't need soy sauce, so I'm going to delete that before I complete the purchase. Or if you needed toothpaste, you can add toothpaste before you complete the purchase. Once you've got everything situated correctly, you push the button as far as to schedule your pickup, and then you just set the time and the date as to when you want to pick those items up. You go and pick them up, and then you come back with all of your ingredients. Once you're back home now, again, you've got all of everything that you needed for those 3 meal plans. You're going to jump over onto your cook screen. So notice that I toggled from the cart screen to the cook screen. That is where you're going to find the meal plans that we've loaded into your online grocery cart. So you're not going to have to remember those. It's automatically going to jump into your cart over into your cook screen. And again, you click on one of the pictures when it comes time to cook it, and you can watch the video again, and then follow those 8 simple steps as far as to put it together. A couple things as far as that's really kind of, we think is kind of neat, but we're biased. You do get to give your personal shopper some information as far as the type of groceries that you'd like loaded as well. We always take advantage, well, let me back up just a bit. The personal shopper that pushes those ingredients in, if you have on sale plus generic categorized, then they're going to look for on sale ingredients for you, and then if they don't find any, then they're going to load the generic. If you'd prefer just name brand only, for example, no Kroger at Smith's, then you can click on name brand only. Notice it's a little more expensive. If you want all organic, then you can, or an organic focus, we can do that for you too. And if you just want the least expensive possible, then you can click on generic preferred, and then we'll load that for you also. So we've been really impressed. Megan actually, like she mentioned, she interned here. We been really impressed with your guys' wellness program. I think it's really cool, the points, how that's all set up and put together. We're really excited about being a part of the wellness program too. You'll notice on the back of the flyer that you were given, it gives you some simple steps as far as how to sign up for FreshFill. We've worked with Box Elder County, and normally if you go to our website, it's $15.99 a month as far as for our service. Now that doesn't buy any groceries, because you're going to buy your groceries through your Smith's or Walmart, through your preferred online grocer. So that $15.99 that we typically charge takes care of us learning your system, sending those meal plans to your app each week, giving you simple, easy to follow instructions. We've negotiated that with Box Elder County, so it's going to be $8.99 if you use that promo code. So it's $8.99 a month for you to then have the FreshFill app, and us providing the service that we do as I've just described. The part that's really cool too is, as Mariana had mentioned, the point system. FreshFill jumps into the point system by way of if you push that send ingredients to online grocer 3 times a month, then that $8.99 is actually going to be reimbursed through your paycheck as well. And then you're also going to get a point, one of your wellness points also. So it helps you to eat healthier. They're great meals. There's a lot of variety there. There's fish, there's pork, there's chicken, there's some steak meals, some ground beef meals. So there really is a wide variety, and also several different categories as far as we hope fit into dietary recommendations or dietary considerations that you might have. So Megan, did we miss?
Excuse me,
The list. Okay, so we worked actually with Kent's. They're one of the grocery stores. Just so that you're aware, we actually link with 12,000 stores across the country. So we're loading carts in California and Hannaford, Maryland, and Oklahoma. So it's not just a Brigham City thing. We're kind of excited about actually being able to expand across the country. We did work with Kent's here. Kent's likes actually people coming into their store, and they like them taking advantage of the bakery and the donuts out there, the deli, et cetera. And so what we're working in conjunction with them, we are going to put together a list option. So It's going to come out middle of February. That on your cart screen, you'll have the option. There will be 2 buttons down here. I'll jump back to that. There will be 2 buttons. I've already loaded my cart, but 2 buttons at the bottom. One of the buttons will say fill my online shopping cart. The other will say fill my list. And if you hit fill my list, then it's going to populate a list for you. And then you can take that and walk into the store and actually shop with that list if you'd like. Still take advantage of the simple steps. Still take advantage of not having to think of what to cook for dinner, because we'll do that actually for you. And but then you can take that list and walk into the store. So yeah, thanks, Megan. Any questions? It was not that good of a presentation. There's not, somebody with a question.
How does it know which place to send it to? Do you prefer, like, say, Walmart or Smith's or Kansas? Do you tell them which one you prefer and it'll send to that, or?
It does. So you link, great question, Mitch. It actually links with your preferred, as you go through the sign-up screens, then it's going to learn where you want it to be sent. So mine is actually set up right now with Walmart. And so you can change that. It's simply by going to change the grocers. So there's Walmart, Instacart, Peapod, Albertsons, Safeway, Publix, Food Lion, et cetera,
Did you say
Smith.
Publix?
What's that?
Did you just say Publix?
Publix, yeah. Are you from Florida?
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, yeah. You miss Publix?
More than anything.
Oh, do you really? Okay. Well, we
Y'all
should.
just don't know.
Yeah.
She even had to get the southern accent out. When she
Yeah, she did. so
Don't know. Like a Publix sub right now.
yeah. So then if there's a grocery store that's not listed here, you just select other grocer and then put it in there, and then we will test and make sure that we can actually put it in there. So some people have asked Winco. Winco is not necessarily online grocery pickup as robust there yet. Costco doesn't really make sense, even though they have it, because to give you, your eggs are going to come in 48 dozen or whatever. So, so we don't really do Costco. So then like I mentioned, we pair with about 12,000 different grocery stores, but they're online. Those that are online grocery stores are the ones that we pair with. So great question. Yeah.
Can you connect, like me and my spouse, can we be on the same account? So either I can order or she can order?
Yeah. Great, yeah, and absolutely you can. So you just log in with the same username and password, and then you've got the same app. So you can put it on your children's phones. They can help with it. We have people that go in and actually have their kids assigned to a meal, so they get to select which one that they want to cook, and then they're in charge of actually cooking it that week. So yeah, great question. Yeah, you can share you can share it across multiple devices.
Same username, password?
Same username and password, yeah. And that way it makes it too, so that it's connected to the same grocery account. So for example, Mitch would tell his daughter, hey, make sure you get your meal decided, and they get it on there, and then he comes or his wife pushes the button and then sends it to their online grocery account. So because they're on the same account. Yeah.
But if you're not biased, I don't have a preferred. I'll go to Kent's if something's on a cheaper deal at Kent's than Smith's. I'll go to Smith's if. Are they going to give me 2 lists?
That's a great question. That's a great question too. What it's going to do is it's going to send it to whichever one you've got in your system. So for example, right now mine's going to send it to Walmart, because that's the one that I've got. That's the one that I'm saying to the app, hey, I want you to send the ingredients to this grocer. If you want to change that, then you just go in and swap that. But keep in mind too, so for example, if you're shopping the cells, we're going to help you with that actually. But we're not going to necessarily look and tell you which one. If Smith's has got, milk on sale and Kent's has got pork on sale, we don't necessarily look at the sales, but we are going to, and you do get whatever the best price is actually at the store. There's no markup from the store or from, what's taking place here. So it's not like we get a kickback as far as on the groceries or anything along those lines. You get the same price actually at Smith's, Kent's, or Walmart as you do by walking in the store. So really back to your question, whatever you have set up as your preferred online grocer, that's where Freshfield is going to send those ingredients. Any other questions? Great questions, by the way. Any other questions? Megan, anything else? Anything to add? Okay, well, we love, I'll tell you one of the, just in closing, part of the reason that we've done this is back in 2015, for the first time in our history, in U.S. history, we spent more as a country on eating out than we did on groceries. And talking to Associated Foods just down the street, they kind of estimate that 65%. If you take the budget that's being spent on food, 65% is being spent eating out, 35% is actually being spent for groceries. The drawback with that is that means that a lot of family dinners are being missed, and there's benefits, huge benefits as far as having dinner together around the table. We know that in your little pamphlet there, it talks about that youth, their GPA averages go up if they're having 3 or more dinners together as a family each week. Family unity, participation in high-risk activities like drug abuse or sexual activities or binge drinking all go down, proven across the country, if you'll have 3 or more dinners each week. So we loved the idea of being able to help simplify the family dinner process, because dual income families are more and more prevalent. We get busy with social things, soccer moms, et cetera. And so it's tough. It's tough to stay on top of that daily occurrence of family dinner. But with Freshfield's help, if we feel like that if we can help you to simplify the process, help us all to simplify the process through technology, then we can have more family dinners, and there'll be a greater social impact, actually, a positive social impact that'll happen across the country, one family at a time. So we appreciate the time. Hope that you'll seriously look into it, especially where Box Elder County has been so kind as far as to fully reimburse. It's going to be free for you, plus you get the 1 point if you just hit that button 3, if you do it 3 times. If you want a little testimonial that's unbiased, if you wanted to talk to Jenica, I'm sure that she will. She's been doing it for the last couple months, and I think she kind of likes it. She's pretty passionate about it. That's why she brought it to you guys, is she really felt, she's seen the benefit that it's had on her grocery bill. She spends a lot less on groceries, she shared with us yesterday, than she has in the past. Her boys stay full, where they were asking for snacks at 8 o'clock previous. Now our kids are full because they're hearty, good meals. And so we hope that it can be a benefit to you guys. And, oh, yeah, Megan.
You mentioned that we'll get a report.
Oh, yeah, thanks. And so it's super easy, too. So you don't have to submit anything. If you push the button 3 times, we're going to send that report actually to Mariana. And so it just happens automatically. You'll see the $8.99 reimbursed. So you will sign up using your credit card, because if you don't use it 3 times, then that reimbursement's not going to happen. So you'll sign up with your credit card, and then you'll be reimbursed automatically when you push that button 3 times a month. Yeah.
Can you order more than 3 meals a week?
Yeah, great question. Right now, we're just set up as far as to do the 3 meals. Part of that is because of the research and the study that, those 3 meals. Another thing, the benefit that comes from having 3 meals together as a family. The other thing that we found too is that these meals are new. They're taking you, a little different than what you do as your regular. So at my house, we have breakfast burritos as one of our go-tos. That we still, even with our 3 Freshfield meals, we still do breakfast burritos, or you still have your go-tos that you go to. Or if you're on the run and you're going to jump into Arby's and grab something to eat, it makes it so that you have those 3 solid meals. And then you've got the others that you don't feel quite as stressed when you're doing other, maybe less healthy, less appealing options for some of the other meals. One just real quick note on that is, because breakfast burritos, for example, is one of our go-tos, then actually our grocer's app learns that about me too. So they start suggesting, after Freshfield loads the ingredients for the 3 meal plans each week, before either my wife or I check out, then Walmart says, hey, Kip, you typically will order these items too. Do you want us to add these? Do you want to add any of these also? And so it actually makes that easy too. It begins to learn the items that you're ordering on a regular basis. So then you got your go-tos, you got the variety and the help of Freshfield, and you're off and running. So.
Can you double your, if you wanted to double the amount on the recipe or whatever?
you can change your adult servings. So that would be instead of 4, you could go to 6. And you can manually, I guess, as far as if you got 4 adult servings listed, then you could in the grocery, you could go in and say, hey, I want to increase these, and then just double the rest. I had some family come over to watch the big game. Any LSU fans in here? Any Clemson fans in here? Terrible. Anyway, I had I cooked Mongolian beef last night, and I just increased 1.5 times it, just off of my app, and is what I ended up doing there. So, yeah. Okay. Megan, anything else? Okay. Well, again, thanks for your time, Mariana. Thanks for your time and setting this up, and feel free to reach out to Mariana or Jenica or ourselves. We'd love to help get you set up if you have any questions. So, thank you.